right. Happy Tuesday. Super excited to be here with you guys today. So, of course, Facebook has changed things yet again on me. This is how it works. I don't know. It's a crazy, crazy thing. But let's see if I can get this shared over to the group as well. So it was allowing me at one point in time to go live in both my group as well as my page. But now it doesn't seem to be doing that for whatever crazy thing that Facebook's decided to do. So I'm going to try to share this over to the group as well. Maybe make sure I'm in the right place and that Facebook didn't change where I'm at as well. Gotta love that. Okay, there I am. Hey, Gwen. Hey, Kay. So glad you guys are here. Let's see if I can share this over to CreativeLeeYours Studio as well. Perfect. All right, so we'll have to play with this more because this Zoom thing is a little crazy. So Facebook made a change, and so I had to set up Zoom differently, a little bit differently to get it to feed over. Anyway, we're here. So I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Wendy Lee. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and we're going to do a little bit of paper crafting in my studio today with you. So what are we doing? We are going to be working with the Hydrangea, I think it's Hydrangea Hill product suite. So a few products from that. And I'm going to go and show you a sneak of the card. So this is the card we're going to do. Love, love, love it. And then, of course, we brought the design to the inside as well. So we'll look at that more in a moment. I did want to show you also, I think I've shown you this, but I'm not positive. So I'm going to show them to you again. So there's only 3 days left. If you're loving this hydrangea suite, there's 3 days left to join in my hydrangea class to go. It's a 5-card class. Registration ends this Friday, so don't miss it. Be sure to get on that. I'm going to have to update the description of the video because with this new loveliness that Facebook is doing, it wouldn't allow me to put the supply list and cut dimensions in the description. It cut me off short. So I'm hoping I can add that after the fact. That is the plan. So, all right, so let me give you a quick peek of the 5 cards we're making at my hydrangea class. So there's one. There's a second one, a third one. Sorry, these are in plastic. The 4th one and the 5th one. So fabulous cards. Oh, I'm super excited about it. And I hope that you guys will decide to join me for that one. I also wanted to remind you that we are in the last few weeks of April, which means there's still time to take advantage of my awesome April promotion. So every April, I pull out my retired stash and give it away with orders. So for every $25 you spend with me, you are eligible for a free item from my stash. So as they are being taken, I'm taking them off of the list, but there's still lots and lots of great things out there. So don't forget that the last chance list is out. So the annual catalog will end May 3rd and the brand new annual catalog will start on May 4th. Exciting stuff, right? So, all right, let's get back to business and start our paper crafting. So let's see if I can switch my video over if this is going to allow me to do that. All right, perfect. We are over on the Facebook group and you can see the stamp set that we are using. And let me pull in the card. So the card again is this one right here. Let me see if I can see where comments are coming in on this other screen. Right? Refreshing and hoping that on this other computer I can get the newsfeed so I can see all of your fabulous comments as we go or questions. I definitely want to answer any questions that you might have as well. All right. Dana, yay. Hey, Dana. So glad you're here as well. Perfect. All right. I think I found us. So let's get started. So again, we're using the Hydrangea Haven stamp set, and I'm only using the sentiments out of this one today, but this I think is a very pretty card. We are using that gorgeous Hydrangea Designer Series paper pack, and I pulled in the dark colors here, and we've got a little fussy cutting going on, a little embossing, and then the inside, we brought the design to the inside as well. So, all right, let's jump in. I'm going to slide this out to the side so it's not in the way. I'm going to start with my Mossy Meadow card base. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm just going to fold this in half and grab my bone folder here and give it a good crease. Like a nice good crease, crisp crease. Yes. All right. So let's see if I've got my cheat sheet. So my Designer Series paper, I'm going to attach. This is 4 3/4 by 3.5. And I'm going to get my stamp and seal. You know what? I hope I have sound. Can you guys hear me okay? I just realized I didn't put my earbuds in and I had a microphone turned off. So who knows what it's connected to. Hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm talking behind me. So we're going to attach that with our stamp and seal. Let me just double check the microphone and see what it's reading. All right, you guys will have to tell me if that's better and if you can hear better. Oh, Dana, you said the sound was great. Okay, so if this is better or worse, let me know. I did a switch on the mic, so it hopefully isn't sounding like I'm talking behind me. And I don't want it to be all garbly either. All right, so I've got my designer paper down. Next, I want to pull in my stitched rectangle dies. Yay for these. And I die cut the 4th largest rectangle out of basic weight cardstock. We're going to go there next. So I'm going to adhere this down with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So let's grab those. Oh, good. You guys, better for you, Kay? All right, great, great. All right, I'll listen to it afterwards as well and make sure it sounds better. You know, I'm still playing with trying to get the right setup. So hopefully you guys can see the detail of the stitching on the white layer. I know at one point in time we couldn't, so hopefully you guys can see all that, and hopefully it's not auto-focusing crazy in and out, right? All right, so that layer's popped up. Of course, you guys know you don't have to pop up the layers if you don't want to. You can leave them flat. Now I've got a strip of Misty Moonlight cardstock. I believe that this is 5 inches by 3/4, I believe it is. And I'm just going to attach that with some Stampin' Seal, just a little bit. So it's going to go a little bit past that designer paper, and I did that intentionally. I want that look. Okay, then I've got a 1-inch strip of Vellum, very Vellum. I'm making up names to things now. That's crazy. It's just Vellum cardstock. And I'm just putting my adhesive up here because it's going to show through the vellum. So I want to make sure that it's placed where it's going to cover that. It's going to be covered, right? You won't see that adhesive later. So see how it shows through your vellum? So you got to watch that when you're using vellum. I personally love vellum. Hey, Elaine, so glad. Oh, beautiful day. Yes, for sure. Hey, Tammy. Awesome. So glad you guys are joining me today, and I hope you like this project. Next, we're going to add one of our gold hoops. Who else is super sad that this is retiring, that we're not going to be able to get gold hoops anymore? I love the gold hoops. Love them, love them, love them. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of liquid adhesive and just add a little dab. You could use fine tip glue. You could use glue dots. So here I'm trying to be super careful and not glob it out, but none is coming out yet. Oh, there it is. It was the light. So the light was making it look like nothing was coming out. And so I had a huge amount actually on the hoop. So you really only need a little bit. And see if I can lift that up. Hope you guys might be able to see it better than I can with the lighting. So I've just got a little bit of liquid glue around that edge. And I'm literally going to just set this down, hold it down for just a moment, and then I'm going to let it go. I'm just going to let it be. The more I play with it, the bigger the mess I make. So I found if I just set it down and leave it, it's going to turn out much, much better. So we'll give that a moment to dry. So I'm just going to slide it over. Next, let's work on our sentiment. So I'm bringing back in my stitched rectangle dies, and I'm going to use that smallest of the main rectangles right there. And this is Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to bring in my sentiment and my Versamark pad. Oh, I grabbed the cleaner pad. It's still pretty gross, but that's what happens with Versamark over time. And I'm going to stamp this off to one side. So this is To an Incredible Woman. So my mom's on here, I know. So this would make a great Mother's Day card. If you send Mother's Day cards, that's our joke. I don't always send. Shake and shake the bottle. None will come out and then a lot. Yes, Dana, definitely. That's how glue works, right? If you can't have it all blob out at one time. Yeah. All right, so I stamped this with Versamark, and I'm gonna dip it in my white embossing powder. I'm gonna dip it a couple of times. Whoops. All right, and then we're gonna bring in our heat tool, and we're gonna magically melt that so it's fabulous. So you guys know I have a super old, crazy old Stampin' Up. It is Stampin' Up heat tool that I'm still using until the day it dies. Here it goes. I don't think you guys can see it. I love it. So cool. Love how that just changes over. Yeah, I never send my mom a card. Yep, she's saying it right there. I always get busted for that. I send out a ton of cards, but I rarely send one to my own mother. Isn't that terrible? Maybe she'll get this one in the mail just because she's pointing it out to me. So To an Incredible Woman. So that could be so many people in your life. It could be your mom. It could be a friend. I know so many incredible women that I could send this card to, but I think my mom has dibs on it. What do you think? I think I've sent you a card for your birthday before. Maybe. I send you Christmas cards. You can't say I don't send you any cards ever. All right, so we're going to put that down. Looks like I got a little bit of haze on that where I did try to use my embossing buddy contraband, right, to make sure my powder went where I wanted it, but looks like it left a little bit of a haze on that paper, but I think it's fine. All right, so that's down. Next, I want a bouquet of flowers. So I've actually already cut this out, but I can show you if you need me to. So I've got just a piece of the design, one of the designer papers from this hydrangea paper, and I've already fussy cut out one, and you can see that I fussy cut the other one down here. So you could use any of these bouquets, right? So just cut that out, and then we're going to add that right here onto that hoop. Isn't that great? It creates a little bit of a different appearance depending on which bouquet color you choose, but I think they're both fabulous. So I'm going to use this blue one. So what I want to do is I want to put some dimensionals where that bouquet is going to be because I want it to sit up, right? But I don't really want it any higher than my sentiment. So I want to kind of watch where I'm putting these. So let's go ahead and put one here. And since all that is flat as well, I'm going to put one there. And then I'm going to add a little bit of liquid adhesive to the back of this bouquet as well. So the part that hangs over the label, maybe, will be secured down as well because I don't want it to wobble. So let's take those backing papers off of that. I know, I got to send it to my mom now, don't I, Dana? She's called me out on it. All right. Perfect. Well, I think it's perfect. I love how that turned out. Nice, right? Okay. And she loves blue. My mom loves blue. All right. Next, let's add some of these fabulous gold glittered enamel dots. So the gold hoops, if I didn't say it already, are on the last chance list and will be going away. Well, of course, they're available while supplies last. They are actually marked down, so they're at a discounted sale price. And then the glitter enamel or gold glitter enamel dots are also on the last chance list. Again, very, very sad about that. They are not at a discounted price, I don't believe. So I'm just taking my take your pick tool and pulling off some of these little gems and adding them onto my card here. I don't think you can be too excessive with these, right? Because they're so pretty. And I like having the big ones kind of peek out from the layer. I think that's kind of fun. Just tucking it in just a smidge. Love it. Love that extra sparkle that brings. Just a nice touch. All right, let's do the inside of the cards. We want to bring our design to the inside. I like to do that whenever I can. So we could make it plain, but no plain cards. Let's not do that. So I'm going to set this aside while I work on this. So I've got my vellum layer, which is the same size as the designer paper on the front. And then I did this the same size as that vellum, right? So that's going to layer over there. And then I've got a smaller rectangle that I've cut out with the stitch shape dies or the stitch rectangle dies. I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, let's go ahead and add our designer paper down to our vellum first. And you can put it really wherever you want. I'm just going to go about right there. And then I want to add a sentiment on my white layer before I adhere that down. Yes, Dana, you are 100% correct. Even though we are sad about some of the fabulous items that are going away, so many of them, we are going to have new fabulous things that are going to become our favorites quickly. Granted, there's some things you definitely want to have in your arsenal that you will keep forever and use forever, but no worries, Stampin' Up! Will bring in some good things. So I stamped the sentiment in Misty Moonlight ink to coordinate with the front of the card, and we're going to go ahead and adhere that down with our Stampin' Seal. So see how this could easily be Mother's Day. See, to an incredible woman on the front, and I appreciate all the little things you do. So moms are so good about doing lots of little things for us, aren't they? And as moms, we do that as well. All right, so now on the back, I know exactly where I can place my adhesive and not have it show through to my card base here. So bring that back in and just lay this down. So don't you love how that vellum just adds a nice soft touch, just changes it up a little bit versus a plain white layer. With these dark colors, they're so bold and vibrant, strong. That's kind of how I saw that. And then I wanted to just add the softness with the vellum to, just kind of give it that nice contrast. I think it's fabulous myself. All right, so here's the two versions. Do you have a favorite on which flower bouquet color you like? Or maybe we should have brought in the Rococo Rose, the pinks. Could have brought that one in as well. So I think any of them would look fabulous. But those are the two I did today. All right, good. Oh, hey, Jean. I missed you earlier. I didn't see you. All right, so glad that you guys joined me today, and I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, if you are enjoying the videos, to share them with your crafty friends. And if you're watching on replay, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And again, I will go ahead and update this as long as Facebook allows me to add the complete supply list and cut dimensions, so you guys know exactly what you need to purchase to recreate these fabulous cards. All right, have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will catch you next Tuesday for another fun paper crafting project. Bye for now.